Fitting In is the coming of age comedy drama with kind of a spin, I guess you could say. It is about a 16-year-old named Linny. Linny, I believe her name is. I forget her name. But it's a girl in high school who's going through teenage stuff, but in a little bit of a different way. She has this condition. I forget what it's called, but it's basically a condition in which she has an underdeveloped vagina. So making it very hard to have sex. She can't have children. And she's 16. So it's a time when, everyone's wanting to have sex. This was a very interesting watch. I had no clue of this movie coming out. And I definitely didn't know of this condition. I believe the director is also the writer, and it's based off her actual experience. I could be wrong, maybe it was someone she knew or something like that. But I believe it's kind of based on a true story in a sense that someone actually had this and it was their experience. This was just really interesting just because I didn't know anything about it. And that already had just got me, I don't know, intrigued if is the right word, but it was just something I didn't know about. So it was really interesting learning about this. So that was really interesting. Like I said, though, it is kind of a coming of age story. As I was watching this, I'm like, there are some real "Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret" kind of vibes to it, in the sense that it is a girl wanting something, wanting to be normal, wanting to go through the teenage things. Again, same way with "Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret." It's something I really related to. Being a teenager just sucks. I think we can all agree that being a teenager is just the freaking worst. High school, while we might have some happy moments from it, just that age of trying to fit in, of wanting to fit in, of constantly thinking we need to care about what people think about us. It's just a difficult time. And that was something I really took away from this movie. Another thing I really took away was just like how we as teenagers kind of lie to everyone. We lie to them because, again, we want to fit in. We want to be cool. We have all those things. So that was another interesting thing that I got from this movie as well. This movie goes through a lot of different things, has a lot of different messages to it. One with her mother here. Her mom is trying to connect with her, and it's a teenage parent relationship. That was something very real, I felt, in this movie. The mom is also kind of going through her own things. She's getting over trauma with herself. She's getting over medical issues that she's had in her past. Chester, what are you doing? Chester, what are you doing? Hold on. We're gonna see what this dog's doing. Because he's on a pillow. What are you doing? He is ready for this. He's chewing on a toy. Can you even see? I don't even think you can see right now. He's chewing on his toy. On a pillow. I had to see what he was doing. And I'm sure, some people like looking at dogs. And it doesn't hurt, to do that in the middle of a movie review. Why not? So yeah. I found that to be something very interesting. I really connected to the mom. Like I said, she's kind of going through some things. She's struggling to put the past behind her. This is something that I personally deal with on a day-to-day basis. I struggle doing different things. I struggle doing things for myself, constantly trying to help other people instead of trying to help myself occasionally, doing something nice for myself. That's why I do this, because, I love making little video diaries of me watching movies. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely I definitely connected with the mother quite a bit here. I also really enjoyed this kind of message in the movie of not everyone's gonna like you, and who flipping cares. there are people out there that are going to accept your weirdness, your craziness. They're going to go with it. And especially with something like what the movie's about, essentially. She has, a condition that most women don't have. And it's different. Not that it's a bad thing. Not that someone can't love her and be with her with that condition. I have a skin condition. It's called fish skin disease. So there are times when it's dry, when it's winter, my skin literally looks like snake skin. It looks like fish skin. It looks like I have scales. I do have dandruff. And that's something when I am going out on a date, it's something that I feel immediately self-conscious about. So that was another thing I kind of connected with this movie. There's a lot of things in here that you can just kind of connect with. Again, it's the same thing I said about with Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret. You're not going to maybe connect with what the character fully is going through, but you can connect something to it. And that's something I do like about this movie. I will say the script is not always the best. There are things that people say in this movie that just aren't said. There's a really kind of cheesy 100% cliche kind of movie thing that happens towards the end that's like a speech kind of related thing that's kind of supposed to be cool. Like a character literally goes, that was badass. And it's like, was it though? It was kind of cringy. So there's that. Script's not always the best. There is a lot going on. There's a lot of different things. Like I mentioned like 6 different messages, all great messages. There's a lot in here with that. There's also some characters that kind of are just in there to be one note. She's got a boyfriend that just wants to bang her. That's really about it with him. He does a couple nice boyfriendy things, but again, then the next scene he's like, I just want to have sex with you. There's a lot of characters like that. What else can I say about this? There's just... not only that, the pacing of the movie, it feels longer than it is. It's under 2 hours, like an hour, 50 minutes or something like that, 54, 55. And it felt longer than that as well. This was also something weird about Cody. If Cody is in a theater alone and he's watching a movie that might not necessarily be bad, it's just a movie that I'm not fully focused on, that I'm getting antsy, I will get up and I will walk up the stairs, go across, walk down the stairs, and I'll just walk around. That was this movie. I started walking around the theater with this movie. Not because it was a bad movie or anything like that, just because I was getting a little less invested in it, and there was just a lot of talking. I'm like, I don't need to be fully focused on this one in order to watch it. The last movie this happened with... actually was Dumb Money, but that is not the same kind of movie. Dumb Money, I was having an anxiety attack that night, so, that's something Cody also does. When he's having an anxiety attack, he goes to the movies and he walks around the empty theater. Sometimes I'll do it for bad movies, though. I remember Doolittle. I think I walked like 12 miles watching Doolittle back in, 2020? It was right before the pandemic, I think, with Robert Downey Jr., yeah. I think I walked 12 miles that night because I was so bored by the movie. I'm like, this is so stupid. Why am I watching it? Why am I staying in here? Because I have to. Because it's a Cody thing. Cody never walked out of a movie. Anyways, getting back to this movie review, guys. Why do I always get so sidetracked? I think I'm like, something's wrong up here. Yeah. So there's just a lot going on. The pacing does slow it down a little bit. It's not an amazing movie. It's not a bad movie, though. I think this is a good movie to watch one time. I think this is a good movie to, that everyone should watch, in the sense that it does have a message for everyone. I think everyone can connect to some kind of storyline in this movie at some point. So yeah, there was also a scene towards the beginning of the movie where it was clearly ADR'd. Her voice sounded like she was in a studio or something, and her mouth was not moving the correct way. It's towards the beginning with her mom. I just had to point that out. What else can I say about this one? The that's about it. I think I've gotten everything that I wanted to say about this one. At the end of the day, it is a good movie for everyone to watch. Oh, by the way, Stevie from Schitt's Creek. That was the other thing. I couldn't figure out who that woman was. It's Stevie from Schitt's Creek. I figured it about halfway through the movie. The mom is Stevie. So yeah, there's a lot of great stuff in here. At the end of the day, I don't think it fully gets the home run on this one, but it is a good movie to watch. And I think everyone should just kind of watch a movie like this, just because there are a lot of messages here that you can take away. I know certainly, like, I was just going, I really need to stop caring so much and just live my life. Who cares what everyone else thinks? So that's something I definitely took away from this one. So yeah, have you seen this movie, guys? Did you take something away from it the way I did? I didn't give this a rating yet. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. It's not a bad movie. I wouldn't even say it's okay. It's good. It's just not great. And I think there are a lot of important messages, so it is still something that I feel is worth watching. Everyone should watch this movie, I think, because you're going to get something out of it. And if you're not going to get something from the messages of the movie, at least you're going to learn about this, because I had no clue about this, and I already forgot what it's called, and I kind of feel bad that I forgot what it's called. But, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, guys, this has been a weird review. I went over, saw Chester chewing on his toy on top of a pillow. I went off the deep end and started talking about weird things. These are my reviews, guys. Love them or hate them, I don't care. See, hey, I learned something from this movie. I don't give a flying flip. You love them, hate them, I don't care. God, do I look tired. Anyways, guys, have yourself a great night. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. We'll see you next time.